That's right. That's right. That's some boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. Every morning, it's your morning marijuana motivation time. What timing is that? That the suns just start parting from the and shine upon me. And this morning's motivation is to don't judge me. Yeah, judge me not, for we are all under this sun equally, and we all have complicated relationships, and we all have lies and deceit. And that Saint's addiction, I was the first one to admit it. I was the first one to admit my failures up front, say Saint isn't perfect. No one is perfect. And if you're willing to watch this show, like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it, shall we? Boom, baby, boom. Saint's addiction. Let's go. You're not perfect. Keep on watching, keep on judging, keep on looking for the drama, keep looking for the incongruencies. I see you. You know, my girl told me, she said, "Oh, my friends are watching your show and you're talking about beautiful women on the island." I'm like, "Yes, I am." Because there are beautiful women on the island. I thought to myself this morning, I was like, "Are there beautiful women in Miami?" There sure are. But if I talk about it, apparently I'm a blind man or a stupid man or a jealous man or any of these other things. Here comes another one of those motorbikes beyond me. I just got bit. Fuck. I looked down, the motherfucker was smacking. But that's how life is. It's smacking. It's real for all of us. And I thought this whole morning, I was thinking when I took on the morning slow, how interesting it is when people want to cast stones when they live in a glass house. That I'm sure I'm the only one that's ever told a lie or made a mistake or isn't perfect. And you're literally talking to the guy that created Mostly Saints, Perfectly Imperfect, about all these people that are almost there, almost fully saints, but each one of us has horns. Each one of us has a temper. Each one of us has made mistakes. Each one of us has done things that we've regretted. But her friends are watching me, right? She's clocking me. She's clocking all the information that she can get. Instead of talking to me, she talks to my alter ego, the amigo, the ego and the ego. Your ego is not your amigo. She talks to the other half of me, where everybody's judging. And I thought, oh man, that's kind of like interesting, right? Like that you can judge me not. I'm trying to get this fucking mosquito. Got him. Bounce them off the screen with you guys. Getting these mosquitoes, getting these hoes, getting these lies out there that all these people are pretending that their lives are so perfect or that they've made no mistake or you should leave his toxic ass. And I'm like, some of my friends are like, I should leave her toxic ass while you guys are watching, right? I got friends that aren't so big fans of people that are former sex workers or neurotic or hospital 4 times. The benzodiazepines that she took are the same ones that my mom takes. So I guess I can't really throw a rock in the glass house. It sucks to have a mom or a girlfriend that's a little bit mentally unhealthy, a little mentally unstable. But I guess her friends want me just to be perfect and handle that without my own lifestyle, without my own interruptions. I don't know if you've ever had a childhood that you had to get over too, right? Like I'm sure you're just fine with your childhood, that you're okay with both your parents being narcissists, Scorpios, divorced. What else can I tell out about myself? My dad's a full-on blown alcoholic. He also would sleep with a lot of women, and that didn't instill in me a lot of faith with women, right? You know, I was taught that they were the she devil from hell. That's what my dad would call my mom. My mom would say, "You're just like your dad." I'm surrounded with all sorts of fucked up misaligned abuse, but I'm sure you guys would want me to stay that way. I'm sure you guys would want me to stay in that zone where I beat women. My dad broke my mom's nose right in front of me when I was 10 years old. I'm sure you would love for me to have some women running around here saying that I beat them, but no one is. No one's getting stalked from me. No one's ever been hit by me. Even my last, get the fuck out of the car, get your fat ass out of the fucking car. I'm telling on myself because I was so frustrated with my pregnant ex. She didn't get beat. Not one hand was clenched or slapped or raised to be that way. But a lot of your friends will be that way. They'll be like, oh, find a better guy. Oh, that one's on heroin. Well, the next one's on alcohol, right? And if the next one's not on heroin and he's not on alcohol, guess what? He might not like you at all. Isn't that crazy? And we keep trying to make perfect people for other people, like leave him, he's not tall enough. Well, the tall one has left you. Tall ones like to cheat on you. Oh, he's cheating on you. He's seen other girls. He's got actual eyes. He knows that there's other women that want him on this island. I do. But I also told the other chick, I was like, listen, Linda, not for nothing, I don't act this way on other places. Not even in Vegas. All right. Like in Vegas, there isn't a bunch of girls ready and the willing in bikinis. Well, I guess they kind of are, but not the healthy ones. And I live in that environment where they come from Miami, they come from New York. They're hot as fuck, but they're mentally unstable. I'm sure you would love me to be with a stripper and like support her cocaine habit, or that she'll break my things, breaking and entering, physical violence. Everybody was like, judge me. I haven't hit your friend, bro, but she's hit me. But keep judging me. You know, think that that's cool. Well, maybe he frustrated you. Would you like me to hit her if I'm frustrated? Right. And am I allowed to sleep with other people if she's poly? Good questions. I've been asking myself. What do I do when she's not giving me any? Judge me. Judge me that I had a full relationship with someone else. We had stopped having sex. That's the only reason I started having sex with your friend. But judge me. Judge away. Judge away. Now she's in the game, and now I have relationship issues with her. I think we're stuck with some kind of swipe culture where we're just like, oh well, just find someone else, just swipe someone else, and I call them pseudo suitors. Yep, it's a delusion. Even the other chick was like, I turned on once I blocked you, I turned back on my Tinder, and I'm like, you got weirdo dudes that just want to sit and play chess with you. You got my friends hitting you up, going, hey, you want to do dabs? Just dabs, right? You know what I mean? Like, go out into the dating pool. That's what they all find out. You hate what you hate. You're like, oh my ex is so like that. He's so toxic. I can't stand him. Go date someone else. You're available to travel the world and find someone that's gotten sober. So I'm not doing any drugs. Amen. I don't get enough credit for that. That I've actually quit on my own. I didn't have to go to some rehab. I didn't have to go to on court order. I didn't have to go to jail. I love when people judge me about jail too. I was in South Korean prison over 3 grams of weed, not 3,000 pounds, not 3 kilos. No, just 3 grams of weed because I like to smoke my weed. About the amount that I have right here for my morning motivation was what sent me to incarceration. And then apparently I can't even talk about that either because it's a big deal that happened in my life. It's not a normal thing. If I had ran a marathon, I'd talk about it, right? These are big deals that changed my life. I don't talk about it as much. And then I brought it up to my friend. They were like, wait, who was in Korean prison? I'm like, you've known me 3 months and you never known that I've been in South Korean prison because I didn't tell you. But my girl, she'd be on some, maybe you need some help, maybe you need a psychologist. You bring it up often to me. And I only bring it up often to her because I think of it as a real challenge. When you really lose your freedom, when you're really in a different country and you don't speak the language, and when you really are in prison, it'll affect you. I was in there for 6 months of my life, half a year of my life, and you want me to just forget it? It's just like me talking to you. If you had a big deal happen in your life and it was tumultuous and trepidatious and just over the top, and then I'm going to ask you to snap your fingers because you're so judgmental and be like, I want you to forget the car accident, I want you to forget the divorce, I want you to forget the dog death. You can't, because we're tied to these emotions. We are human creatures. All of us are having a human experience, and last I checked, we're just a bunch of meat sacks floating around on a planet that goes around another planet, a whole sun system, about 50,000, 60,000 miles per hour, just doing laps. And each time you do a lap, it's called a birthday. And I'm coming up on my birthday, and I'm 44 years old, and you want to judge me that I packed up my own world, that I was selling, right? These things really happen to me. Let me get something so I can swap these flies. But people want to judge me. They're like, oh yeah, well, you were in jail over registration on my car. Do you really believe that I should be in prison with cartel members of a new federal prison for cartel members, people that are illegal immigrants causing mass destructions and violence in our society, but I should be right next to them because my car wasn't registered? Judge me. Judge me not. because I did go on about my narcissism and how I had a deep dive into it after I had a woman commit an abortion against me at 5 months years old. I almost had my firstborn son. You think I have a lot of fun talking about that? Talking about me making mistakes in South Korean prison, or me not making no money in my business, or all the women that have left me, or how the first 1 to 2 months being on this island, how nobody wanted to sleep with me. I'm sure you did your research. I'm sure you went in there and started to look at shit and really look for what you're looking for, because I know a lot of people just go, well, yep, that there, I see it. He wants to sleep with other women. Yep, leave his ass, get the fuck rid of him, instead of building your friend up to be more dateable, more relatable. That no, it's not too cool to be dating chicks with mental issues. As hot as they are, Miami, Las Vegas, on this island, neuroticism's a motherfucker, bro. It'll get you in your head thinking that you got all the answers, and that you did all the research, you sent all the memes, but can you practice these things, right? Can you practice these things in your mind, in your real life, to make it happen for you in your real life? And a lot of us can't, right? A lot of us are lost in our own sauce, man. We haven't seen our own devilish ways. We didn't see our horns. We might want to virtue signal to people that all we have is a halo on, and that, don't look at me. I've never done anything wrong in my life, and I've always been an upstanding citizen. I've always paid my taxes. I've always wore condoms. I've always played it safe. Then you didn't play it like me, because I didn't play it safe. I've been homeless. I left on this journey with less than $3,000 in my pocket. I didn't even have like $100 in cash in my pocket. I just left. And it was a suicide mission, I admit. You know what I mean? I wasn't really feeling like I wanted to live. So even now that I have my muscles and my life, and this sunshine in front of me, I'm even grateful for that. Because honestly, I didn't expect more. You know, I was expecting more heartache, more pain, more bullshit. You know how it is with life, There's so much pain and incongruencies and things that happen to us all. And then you kind of don't want to live it all, While you're judging me, how many of you been suicidal? How many of you had narcissistic tendencies? How many of you have started a business from nothing and then have other people come up and try to, let me see what's going on, to judge it, or pretend that they can do better than you? You can't walk a mile in my shoes. That would require empathy. That would require understanding instead of judgment. But that's all her friends do. They want to watch the show, they want to watch the drama, and they want to pass judgment. And I'm here to say that ain't what it is today. That ain't the way it's supposed to be, and that's not the way I operate. I don't operate on, oh yeah, if I was driving the car that day, I would have made a better decision and turned left instead of right. I'm not more money Monday quarterbacking anybody, because I was in the play at the time, right? I didn't have 350-pound linebackers chasing after me full speed trying to break my leg. No. Oh, you want to throw that touchdown? Oh, you want to throw that pick? Oh, you want to throw that interception? Well, you aren't me. You can't rewind time, and everything that's already happened has happened. So people are so busy to be judgmental, like, oh, dude, I would have never done that, and that's not the way it was supposed to happen, and all this other shit. Guess fucking what? You ain't it. You ain't in South Korean prison. You ain't me, and I ain't you. And this is a whole revelation for most of us, because most of us, we live in this world where we think only our perspective wins, and that there's no other way to skin a cat, or we don't know how else to calculate that. We'll put it up in our heads, and we'll think that those are the only perspective because we're the only ones thinking. But a lot of minds and a lot of hands make light work. There's a lot of ways to shave a cat. There's a lot of ways to date, right? There's a lot of ways to misconstrue. There's a lot of mistakes. People just are this way. And then I love for people to be like, oh, well, you should find a different guy. Her friends are like, he's not the one for you, or you can do better, or all this other weirdo fucking subversive shit that my friends are saying too. Bro, stay away from the circus. You don't need that shit. You've just got your mind mentally correct. You were already depressed. You don't need somebody that's going to throw you into another depression, or maybe kill your child, or constantly is attacking you either physically or mentally. And bro, you know she's always gonna be like that. Is that the circus that you want? And I'm like so in love. And I'm like, I don't care if she leaves me at the airport. I don't care if she wants to have side dudes and stay poly. I don't care if if she moves back and I don't get to see her. I don't care if I don't have any sex with her because she's celibate. Bro, calm the fuck on, man. I care about all that shit, bro. I care if I have a healthy sex life and relationships, and you should too. Every human on this thing. I watched all the TED talks. They're like, is your sex life dead? You know, or how do you gain trust in the bedroom, or how do you know if he's cheating on you? Everyone has the same issues. You're all watching Lifetime TV, bro. We all on the same shit where someone might cheat on you, infidelity, infertility, all the same shit that I watch when I'm in the History Museum of London with even Egyptians. You know, everybody's praying to a fertility god that they can bear fruit and change their life, or that they can find someone and get married, or and then finally someone finds somebody that they want to get married, and we pick that apart. We're like, you know how many swipes it takes on Tinder to get that far? To get that far with all your pseudo suitors? Well, I was just talking to this one guy. Well, have you been over to his house yet? No. Do you know if he's not a serial killer? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You don't know if the person's legit, they really got money. I got girls that were just like, oh, well, how much money does he make? What does he do? What kind of car does he drive? What kind of car do you drive? Let me see the keys in your pocket. And we out here, guys like us, trying to fucking find women because we want to have children. There's some guys that just swore it all off. I'm sure you know about them, where they're just like, yo, I just want to get laid. I don't want to do any responsibility. I don't want to raise any kids, man. I just want to be a basketball player and fuck chicks and make a bunch of money. We all know what it is. You've been watching the same hip hop videos as me, but they don't own those cars. And those women aren't theirs. And a lot of people live lies. And I'm here to talk about those lies. That's what Saints Addiction was all about, was to peel back the lies and be like, yo, bro, I'm one of the realest on YouTube. I do talk about my relationships because it's in my experience. And if you go further enough back, I talk about other people too, but without names. And I feel like the more honest I am with on the show is like the more honest people can relate, because the other ones, they take their notes, they edit, they do their hair, they do their makeup, and then they upload it with a nice fancy thumbnail. I ain't got time for that. I'm out here busy living my life and actually doing the damn thing. So I don't have time to make you thumbnails. I might be able to share a meme thumbnail, but I ain't got time to make thumbnails and be like, so you can just watch my show because I just want your attention so bad. No, man, this is my journey. This is my life. I literally had nothing, nothing. Homeless, bro, homeless. Didn't even have $10 to my name to fucking feed myself, but you want to judge me? Well, there it is, bro. I went from nothing to something in my life. I've been homeless multiple times. I've been in jail multiple times. I've been broke multiple times, and then yeah, sell that to your friend. Go say, oh, he's so successful. Well, then go find the entrepreneur that's successful, that doesn't cheat on you, that wants to build a life with you, that loves you even though you're fucking crazy, and then tell me that that's gonna make sense. No, that doesn't make sense. I watch the same red pill content you do, where these guys aren't trying to buy headaches, especially if they're rich. And if they're rich, then they're going to get entitled. Then all of a sudden they're going to do hookers. So it's something that happens a lot in like Thailand and China. Is the Japan culture, that these guys are like, hey, once you get powerful enough, you can get as many hoes as you want, concubines, mistresses, you know, side pieces. Am I allowed to have any hobbies? You know what I'm saying? While you're busy judging me, am I allowed to smoke my weed and do my morning marijuana motivation the way I intended and been doing for 10 years, except for the last 3 months that I've met you? And of course, you're in the subject line, but it's only been the last 3 months. I've been doing this for 10 years, bro. 10 years, man, of every morning going hard and talking about my life and being honest about my life. I would love to peer into your life for 10 years and see if you can't throw a stone in a glass house. Yeah, right. I'm just asking, can I peek into your diary? I keep telling her, stop watching my show because you can ask me face to face. I have separate thoughts. I feel like I'm in the real world and I'm in the closet where everybody talks about what's really going on in their head. And then they go back to going back to their real life. Everybody has dual thoughts. You're getting on the elevator right now going like, did she really just wear that yesterday? Boom, dual thought. It doesn't leave your mouth, but it's in your head. And then I'm two-faced because I have separate thoughts. I've not, am I the only one? No, I know I'm not the only one because I watch it too where the other one goes, honey, can you go get me a water? He's like, you selfish, entitled bitch. Delete, 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 delete. Why don't you get it your fucking fat ass self? Delete, 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 delete. Okay, my love, send. Who hasn't gone like, if this motherfucker clears his nose one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke him out in his sleep? Oh, right, right. Your parents love each other so much that they're just perfect, right? Your parents never hit each other. They just raised you perfectly and never argued in front of you. I'm sure you come from the picture perfect family. I'm sure you're perfect, right? Saints Addiction. Let's start lying to each other, right? It was like, oh, man, on Saints brand, we light up the world. I wasn't gonna say we're perfect people and that we never make mistakes. The fuck? Saints Addiction. I'm an addicted saint up front. I'm a convict up front. I keep it real on my show. I'm like, look, I'm on fucking Sex Island, homie. You know, Hookup Island. I've been saying it for this whole 3 months about who's hooking up with who and who's not wanting to hook up with me, and me having to get up my confidence, and me having to get up my money, and me having to get up my game on my frame and my body, because it ain't gonna work that way. Ain't nobody waiting around for you to hold fucking Cheetos on your belly and say that they love you. No, I have to get my muscles and mind and body right, right? I got to get my money right so I can be at these events and travel the world, right? And then I got to have the confidence to approach a really pretty girl like your girl and still hold my confidence when it's happening. Now, I had the audacity, the confidence, and the follow through to just approach her and talk to her, and it was a magical thing. But I also didn't get a control of the conversation that she was already arguing with her friends, and her friends were blocking her, and she had all these mental stresses on her while you're judging me. I should have been judging her. I'm like, oh, you're having a mentally tough day. I can't talk to you. Have a blessed day. Never meet you again. How many of us are ready? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of us are like, this is such a good time to be in a relationship? No, it's usually you've been broken up with someone else. You're in between relationships. You're still in love with someone else. Like, come on, bro. I know I'm not the only human on this planet. I might be the only one acting like a real human, but I know I'm not the only human on this planet. And that's how people are. They're so fucking full of shit. They're two-faced lying sons of bitches. Of course they're gonna be, if they're your friends, they're gonna take your side. My friends take my side. There we go. But there's two sides to every story. And there's some truth in everything. Let's bless up to that. And it is true that I mentioned other women because I'm a heterosexual male and I'm turned on and I have eyeballs. They're half naked, beautiful women from around the world walking around here for the last 15 years. I'm very aware. And I'm sure the girls are sitting there staring at the Thai boys with their six-pack abs doing the fire show and just drooling because they married some of my friends. So everybody's fucking everybody here. Just like I keep saying, the monkeys, the whales, the crabs, us fucking ourselves by over drinking, mismanaging our time, doing drugs, hurting our future, hurting our mind, hurting our body. How many times did I find my friend running up the hill like 8 different times, but then it only takes once a week to get wasted to lose your gains. It only takes one pack of cigarettes before you're starting to smoke again. It only takes one relationship to figure out what's wrong with you. Yeah. You could go to work every day. That's just one routine. It takes getting into a relationship and practicing to actually see what it's really like game speed. We can all practice all we want on video games, but it's really hard to get off the couch. We could all pick apart who people are dating, but it's hard to find someone. And be not the first person that throws a brick in a glass house because a rock in a glass house because your house is made of glass too. Judge not yet ye be judged, bro. Judge not yet ye be judged because we're all on this pendulum. We're all doing good to bad, hate to love, saints to addiction. I'm just the only one admitted it. That I have done drugs, that I used to abuse cocaine, but I never stole anything from my mama to get the money for the cocaine. I was selling cars. I would actually sell two 8 balls. One, so I can have mine for free and sell it to one of my friends, and they would be happy to buy it off of me and purchase mine as well. They didn't know, but that's what ended up happening, and that's blow. I lived that life, y'all. Come judge me. I've been in jail maybe over 20 times. Come judge me. I've been depressed and fat. Come judge me. You know what I'm saying? I smoke weed. Come judge me. I don't drink. Come judge me. You know what I'm saying? I've done some things in my life. Come judge me. I've also not done some things in my life. Come judge me. And that's how I felt about this whole situation. Was like, I'm the one that did these push-ups, bro. I'm the one that stayed dedicated in my mind. I'm the one that decided to take the chance to come out here. And because of my decisions, I would never be in front of these beautiful women. I'd never be in this situation with this body and this mind at this time on this part of the planet if I didn't make a pimp decision. And that's what it is. A lot of people, they don't want to make decisions. They want to judge my decisions, right? They want to judge me. So judge me not. Judge not, yes, ye be judged, because then you're going to have to look at yourself and go, did you diet? Did you fast? Do you wait till 3 p.m. every day to not eat? Or are you still smashing those ice creams? Are you looking at the pull up bar behind you and saying, oh, yeah, one day I'll get on these pull ups? I'm sure you will. But no, I actually have to do the pull ups. I'm actually going to do some pull ups right now because I'm that close to it. But this is me, man. This is really my body. And I really did do the sit ups last night. And I really do the work. And whether people want to acknowledge it or not, I'm the one that has to acknowledge it. People are going to judge regardless, bro. I still have to go do these pull ups. I still have to go do these sit ups. I still have to go make money and make my life work for me. So whether someone's in my life or not in my life, or you agree with me or don't agree with me, your bills are still due. My bills are still due. We still got to get shit done. Even if you're going through a divorce, even if you're going through drama, even if your heart is breaking, you might have to still go get a job done. Your boss doesn't care if you don't have gas money. Your boss doesn't care if you're going through a divorce. People don't give a fuck, and that's what I started to tell. They only care about opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. And they only care about drama because they have nothing exciting going on in their lives. I can't even post on Instagram because there's so much life I'm living that I can't even catch up to what's going on. And then my buddy's going to make a documentary out of it. He told me don't post anything. We could do a documentary going around the world with no money, depressed with a fucking broken heart. Amen. And that's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. And we gotta constantly do this. And that's it. If you don't do the work, you don't get the gains. No pain, no gain. So if you want your friend to find a better man, I hope that she can, because I tried my best. I tried my best to love her my best, suck up my patience. Oh, fucker. You know, not get mad and not get triggered. I've tried giving her space. I tried being there for her. I've tried understanding. I've read every meme twice. I've listened to every video since, even the music. I've gone out of my way to make it work with this individual. And there's other people that want me to go with them. They don't need me to go out of any way. They would just be grateful just to have me just the way that I am without constantly having to be threatened with being left or misunderstood or I'm a narcissist or all my friends think you're bad for me or whatever. Judge me not. Find the replacement. That's what I tell people all the time. Don't knock it till you try it. But if you're going to knock it, you got to be able to replace it. So if you don't want to go to this restaurant, what restaurant do you want to go to? And if it's not me, go find another guy. Find another guy to step up, be attracted to her, listen to her all her bullshit, put up with it, and see if he doesn't leave, if she leaves with another guy on a motorcycle, or see if he doesn't leave if she needs space and there's some misunderstanding. See if he sticks around when the dark cloud comes and she's stuck in melancholy or depression or there's a misunderstanding. It's all fun and games till someone gets knocked up. It's all fun and games till life gets real. And it's all fun and games till it's your relationship and you're under a microscope and people are looking at you like, damn, you did what now? And they're like, yeah, then I'm judging you back, you know? Let me look at your life for, I don't know, 10 years straight and let me see how you treat your girlfriends or boyfriends or whoever the fuck you're with. And while her friend was talking shit, her best friend was talking shit, he was going through it too. Saw his ex at a club or someone that looked like his ex or something triggered him and a lot of things going on there. So it's just like, oh, I don't think you should date him. Meanwhile, you're in your head, you shouldn't probably date you. So it's one of those, right? It's one of those where it's like, keep swiping hoes. We're running out of people. They don't create them. You have to find them and you're going to have to get along with them and you're going to have to make the most of what you got. You got to play the cards that are in your hand, just like I do. And whatever I do will be my own um, results. That's it. Like you're not gonna talk me out of my conclusions, and you're not my conclusions right now. You're not my body because you didn't do the push-ups. You feel me? You know what I mean? You're not in Thailand because you're probably still sitting there scared, and you're probably judging me like these other motherfucking motorcycles every fucking day going past me, right? And that means you're not judging yourself. Judge not, yet ye be judged. I point at you, fellow human. How many mistakes have you made? You're perfect? Is that right? Okay, well, this is mostly Saints where we're perfectly imperfect. And this is Saints Addiction where we talk about how a perfect being is definitely addicted and definitely not perfect and warts and all, flaws and all. And I accept it all. You know, I can accept that sometimes I'm an asshole. You know, and I can accept that sometimes I'm a narcissist, right? I can accept that sometimes I'm a failure. Yeah, I got to accept that. But I also like to think that one day if I stick with it, I can accept that I'll be a success. I can also think that I can accept positive thinking and keep doing these pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups. I also might just fucking believe in myself because no one else did, including her friends. So I'm gonna still do me, Willie steaming beaming, and I highly suggest you still do you. Because no one else is going to do the push ups for you. No one else is going to smack the cookies out of your hand. No one's going to quit your addictions for you but you. And that's just the facts. So while everybody's judging my love or this toxic love or this real love or this love affair, I didn't have anybody for the first month and a half. I was celibate for a year and a half, and then I went and almost had a baby, and then I was celibate for another year and a half. So that's 3 years of not having sex. But I'm sure you think I should put my dick away when I finally got fit and people finally started to choose me, right? And by the way, I don't sleep with anyone the same day, and I only choose when I'm getting sex. I wouldn't be in this situation if the other person continually gave me sex, and I don't think it's that much to ask for. But other people be like, there's boundaries, there's celibacies, and like maybe this isn't the right timing, you know? And we've had that conversation too, where I was just like, I'm not having celibacy. I'm having sex. I'm having great sex with a person that's not stressed and pretty easygoing. Doesn't want that much from me. And unfortunately, we had stopped having sex, and that's when I met this other individual, and we had sex within the first 6 hours. But then she turned it off. And that confused me. Then she ran off, and that confused me. And then she came back, but she said, I'm chasing her. It's weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird. You know, I live in a life where the love of my life can look me in the face and say she's not healed and that she can't do it anymore. And then I live in another world where one girl wishes I was in love with her, but I'm not. I'm in love with the one that leaves me. Look at my human dilemma. I'm in love with the one that's confusing, the one that hasn't shown me one full day with emotional instability. But we're being real about things, right? We're all being judged. You know, I wish it was that way. Oh, you're two-faced. You're talking two shits about me. No, I've said these things to you. You know, doesn't mean you can stop it. You said it to me. I'm talking about what you said to me, that I'm a narcissist. I'll repeat your side of the story because apparently you think it's all one-sided, that I've cheated on you. Um, Even though you left the island, went off with someone else, and didn't sleep with me the last 2 days you were here, right? And I'm just supposed to just hold my dick in my hand, hope that one day she'll love me, snap into it, be nice to me for at least a week or hold on, I don't know, my whole life, and just be cool. Just be cool. Call me instead of text me. I'm a call over text guy. I've asked for it many times, but I'll get a war and peace version of a text message, and it's just I feel less connected. And then that means you're on the fucking Instagram more, which means it's gonna make you compete with other people and get jealous. And every time I feel that, by the way, y'all, if I feel a second of jealousy or misunderstanding or any kind of weird feeling, feeling of lack, I get off of it. So I get off of these apps pretty fast. And you should too, because it'll pollute you. It'll send you all the memes to keep you on it. You start filling your whole phone full of memes. You feel like it's your job to post it all away. Then you just give your time away for free. When you look up after 3 hours, you haven't connected with anybody. You think you're influencing the world, but 8 people like it. And even if 8,000 people like it, you're not getting paid for it. You know, it's one of those things where we would just like to point at something and be like, now I'm recognized, now I'm a success, now I'm popular. But nobody cares, nobody's watching. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So I live in this real world where people like to judge, but they forget to judge themselves. They forget to self-reflect. They forget to say things in real statements. You know, man, she doesn't have to choose me. I don't have to choose her. Like straight up, that's the real of it. But my heart, my stupid little fucking heart, makes me wanna, I don't know, protect my mom because my mom's that way, mentally unstable, and I gotta do that every 4 or 5 years. Go to the mental hospital and pull her out of her deep depressions, and then I had to lose the baby, and she went into a deeper depression, and then I sent my mom to smoking cigarettes while we're all judging. Yeah, I tell on myself. Or that all the friends I basically visited around the world this year kind of don't talk to me. Just fell off. Aki just fell off. Just stopped talking to everybody. Ran back to the girl in Tampere. We're all making mistakes. We're all making mistakes. Or how about Raul, who was just yelling at me every day that I was with him in Mallorca, Spain, and now he's on the island and the Vietnamese restaurant he was trying to start. The Vietnamese wife quit, so now he doesn't have a cook. Has a restaurant, no cook. Shit happens, man. Welcome to it. Let's see. Um, I don't know. There's so many going on there that have nothing to do with her or me. There's so much out there in the real world, and if ever we disagree, people are going to pick it apart and be like, "Oh, see, they shouldn't be together," or "Whoop, whoop, it's not perfect," you know. But no one has it perfect. Even the people with the matching dog bowls and they go to walk and hold hands at the park argue, bro. And I don't want somebody that has the same fucking vision as me. I don't want somebody that has to want to take Saints brand to the next level. That's my job. And I don't want to have to fight for the limelight either. It's cool. You used to make websites for celebrities. Well, fuck yeah, me too. Right? Like, not me the same, but I've hung out with celebrities at the same age. Everybody's like, you met Shaquille O'Neal? Yes, sir, I did. I disappeared. You know? Coolio, Nobu, Dennis Rodman, you name it. I met some people. Doesn't mean that's my life. I've smoked weed with Snoop Dogg twice. Nate Dogg, Ludacris, Jay Z, Floyd Mayweather. I didn't smoke all weed with them, but that was who's all in the room. And doesn't make me a celebrity. And doesn't mean I want to be a celebrity. I didn't quite like my ex calling me an influencer. You know, I'm not trying to influence anyone. I'm literally documenting my story. You know, I knew something was going to happen after South Korean prison. She might not want me to mention it, but it's a life changing event. And that's when I started to realize that I was kind of wasting time. what was I, 32, 31, 32 years old, and I was just like, I have my whole life in front of me, and you want my life for 5 years in prison over 3 grams of weed? Yeah, I'm such a criminal. Or that I was federally arrested off of an airplane. That means everybody had to sit down, 200 people shit in their laps. Like, who the fuck is this guy? They had to call my name twice. Two marshals, two constables, and no, marshals, metro, and we call that when you go into customs agents. 6 people arresting me off the airplane. Oh, Mark, you're such a bad guy. Let me judge you. Dude, I had a registration ticket for hiking. I went hiking in Red Rock. The guy came up. He said license and registration. $300 ticket turned into a federally arrested off of a plane when I came back from Peru. I was on top of Machu Picchu, and then I was in federal prison for a day. Like, I came out in the same clothes for like 24 hours, but that shit was real. And these things really did happen to me. To be in solitary confinement with a squat toilet in a country I'd never been within 2 weeks, it shook me to the core. It lets you know you can be touched, y'all. Lets you know shit ain't real. Shit get real real quick. Shit get real real quick when you get into a car accident or a breakup or someone dies. Shit get real real quick. And we like to live in this fantasy world where, oh, look, it's so shiny. Look at all the green grass and the shine, and everything's just so shiny, and the leaves and everything. Meanwhile, right? Meanwhile, there's termites right here, right? Meanwhile, they still haven't put on my panels after I paid them. There's the panels right there. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're not talking to me, and there's the ice house behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come the fuck on, dude. I live in reality. That sometimes my neighbors want to bang on a fucking table for 8 hours straight because they're on methamphetamines. Or sometimes um, I don't feel safe in my relationship, so I run to other people's arms because they treat me nicer. Simple put, and I've also been the abuser. I've also pushed people away, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of them leave me. It's not my choice to control anyone. I've been known to be a control freak, especially with my siblings. You got to do the dishes. What? Dead leg, punishment. Let me give force and be a bully, and then I'm getting called a bully again, even though I haven't hit anybody, haven't raised my voice, haven't cursed out anybody, and don't plan on it either. I had somebody attack me the other day, and it's not fun to be in those kind of environments. And then your friends will be like, yo, he's abusive. He hit a woman. No, this woman broke up with my friend and tried to take it out on me in a drunken rage. So instead of hitting him, she hit me. I don't even know her name. So, yeah, my friend's gonna judge me. I'm like, judge me. And Mark, don't bring that drama here. 3 weeks ago, that was you yelling in the streets. No, that was your girl yelling in the streets, saying he's an asshole. Fuck you, and try to kick my actual head, swing and hit me. Try to hit me a couple times. Keep judging me. That I helped carry her stuff all the way down the hill, even though she was swinging and kicking my head, and that I help anytime that I can. And if I'm not the magic wand, other people go in their own separate directions. I'm not here to keep anybody. There's nobody chained to my bed. There's nobody in my bed. I choose what to do in my head, and you got to choose what you got to do in your own head too. So people are gonna judge you. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm never gonna be controlled by someone else's opinion of me. Like, let it be known, like the little white spots that get on the side of my eyes, judge me, human. That I gotta clear my throat, judge me, human. That Kobe, that I'm always coughing up shit, judge me, I'm human. Human like you. And I bet if I wait around long enough, I'll find out too. Because we're all human. We all might have multiple different zodiacs and multiple locations around this world in different environments, but all breathing air, all taking shits, all having habits. And that's the world that I live in with Saints Addiction. Peace and love, y'all. I'm getting off this thing. Have a blessed day. Chigathon, that means goodbye, but not forever. And I'll see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, subscribe below. Everybody's going to have to do the damn thing. Let me get off this thing. But stop judging. Lest ye be judged. And none of us want to be the judge. None of us should be a judge. None of us should be the jury either. Yeah, we already did the Spanish Inquisition for 300 years. We've already did the Khmer Rouge, year zero. We've already did genocide and Holocaust. Being so judgmental. They're only supposed to have blue eyes. I don't like their religion. I don't like their point of view. Kill it. Cancel it. Tear it down. Iconoclast. I'm all about tearing down the regular so something new could be done, but I'm not interested in jumping in on Facebook warrior shit, giving up my energy to a fake fight that can be deleted, showing my ass and can't wait to bare my teeth and you don't tell me about my body and I'm an angry monkey. Angry monkey, angry monkey. I want to feel how angry I feel. Why do I want to feel angry? I don't get it. Why do you want to feel angry? What makes you wake up in the morning and say, fuck you twice? I haven't said fuck you twice since someone attacked me, and it hasn't happened in about 5 years. Maybe that physical confrontation 3 years ago I got a count, but I didn't pull her out. This one I actually physically threw off the porch when she tried to kick me in my balls after she fell. So, yeah, I know physical violence. I know jail. I know prison. I know mistakes. I know drugs. I know women. I know my vices. I know weed. Do you know your vices? Shit, almost wanted to look for tobacco this morning. Masturbation used to be one. Sugar. God damn, that bitch still hanging around. God damn, that bitch still hanging around. It's the one I should really quit. Talk about things you should quit and haven't, right? I'm sure you should quit your ex, but you still fuck around with them, though. You still get the feelings from them, though. If you didn't, then you wouldn't. If nobody was fucking ladyboys, there wouldn't be any ladyboys because nobody be fucking them. But they do, and they make money doing it. So as much as you want to judge and be like, "Ooh, ladyboy, what? Transvestite, cross dressing, I would never." Someone is. Going to the sex shop. Someone is using that big black code. Someone is using that weirdest video. Someone is renting that. Someone is buying that content. Someone's watching this. I don't know who. I'm out of control over it, and they're gonna have their own perspective. I think it's so asinine because when I watch other people's show, it's just like I'm not sitting there going judging. I'm like, man, they shouldn't wear that makeup that day or any of that shit. I'm reading the words because I'm just trying to get the information. Most people, they don't know their own info. They want to stay poor. They want to stay numb. They want to stay hidden and under the rug. Because to peel back the rug means you have to clean up. You have to clean up your act. You have to clean up how many hours you're on your social media or TV or watching me. I'm the only one saying get the fuck off this thing. Just drop the phone now, put it down, flip around, and just watch the nature. Look at this little gecko, camouflaged perfectly. Do you see it? Oh, there it moved. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hearing the birds chirp because I'm starting to raise my awareness. I'm starting to see the little things, the sunshine in the trees. Me, how many pull-ups did I do? I don't know. I have 4 or 5. I got 3 more to do. You started it, now finish it. Do you keep promises to yourself like that? I'm sure you do. And if you do, then you have results, right? There's no one that can take it away from you. It's one of my favorite explanations, but it was this Indian kid or Iranian guy and he was coming from Iran and he was coming to America. And of course, there's the Iran America conflict, and people were bullying him, and he wanted to join the wrestling team. Well, he became a hell of a wrestler, and his uncle was abusive and not supportive, but he did teach him how to wrestle. And he came out and said, "Aren't you going to count for me? Like 50 this hand, 50 this hand." He's like, "No, because if you cheat, you lose. But if you do the work, then you win. I don't have to be here to count for you. You could lie to me. You can say, oh, 1,000 push-up. It is so hard to do 100 sit-ups. I do them in sets of 10. 10 sets of 10 to get to 100. God forbid you did 1,000 or 5,000 like 2,000 like Mike Tyson or 5,000 like Jackie Joyner Kersey or 1,500 shots every day like Kobe Bryant. Do you do anything to that level? No. Right. There's our greatness, right? Oh, I guess that little squirrel. Squirrel rat something. Squirrel. But that's all I do is I stay Captain Consistent. I said if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and I did. I stuck to my guns. Went switched out the wand for the mosquito killer. If it didn't work, boom. Now I can kill mosquitoes left, right, and straight. I'm still gonna have Two-Face for all your friends that have been watching this, because there are certain secrets that are private, and there are certain things that aren't public knowledge, and she would like me to respect that as well. I have a private life. I do some things that I wouldn't exactly do on camera, and I'm sure you do too. Or think or say things, or maybe not say things and think things. Isn't that kind of nice where we kind of keep our judgments inside and maybe keep that voice even more quiet and not worry about what Becky's doing down the street, but worry about what excuses you're feeding me or yourself, Like, fuck, man, we're all feeding these excuses. Success is what comes after you stop making excuses. And I just started seeing it was like if I start quit smoking, maybe I can get a rep in on the pull ups. That's the truth. Let me stay consistent on Periscope, on my diet. Let me have a sex life. Fuck. Let me be wanted. Let me find love and be affectionate. How about I not be toxic? How about me giving people space and opportunity so they don't feel that way either? Yeah, man. It's hard to face yourself. It's hard to fucking face the mirror, you know, and have to actually see your side profile when you're walking down the beach and your fat's jiggling and you can see it in the shadow. Yep, that's me too. And then I don't have any money, but some still help something make it. My friends gift me. It's not a manipulation. They're gifting me money, and I'm grateful. They see me on my journey, and they see my passion. They see how much work I would give, and if I didn't even donate, guess what? I would still give. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. And I virtual signal to you that I've been feeding the homeless for 10 years, and I do Thanksgiving. I own Saints brand. I met Mark Echo. I want to get Saints brand in his hand, and Saints light up the world. Let's go, whoop de whoop. 100% donated to Thanksgiving. All profits. I don't need anything from it. Cost a shirt, profit. Thanksgiving. Donate. Open mouth. Who's hungry? Third of our food is wasted. Felt like this would solve, world poverty. It takes a lot to build an app. It takes a lot to build an app and to market the app or to start even a website or do anything, right? Because fucking life is hard and it's not congruent. You think you have a handle on it, but it throws you curveballs. You think you know people, but then you really don't. And that's what I kept talking about this whole summer, that not sex workers, sex club, sex pool party, sex pool party, whatever the fuck it was. You don't know what to call it. Barbecue, sex barbecue pool party. Whatever the terminology is, orgy party. I'm not quite sure. But people get their freak on. No deep desires you can't see. I started to see that I didn't really know anybody. Like, I know somebody. Hey, what's up, Fred, Jim, Sally? Um, I didn't know y'all were freaks. I didn't know your drug was sex. I didn't know your drugs was guns. I didn't know your drugs was dogs, cats. I mean, I can go on, and that's why I have cats on shirts. That's why I have guns on shirts. That's why I have porn on shirts, is because it's all the things. And it's an explosion. Porn's killing the game. I would have never stopped faceless porn if I didn't have an abortion. I would have never been interested in any of these porn stars to do anything. I've been to AVN Awards like 10 years ago. I've always loved my porn, but I didn't take it seriously as a business till the last 3, 4 years, hanging out with Mr. Marcus as a friend and him introducing me to other people and seeing how many people go to OnlyFans. Oh, you're just a single mom? OnlyFans. Oh, you got pretty eyes? OnlyFans. Right? Just everybody and their mom is just switching to OnlyFans, getting their cash on, and it's either convince other people to pay you or slut yourself out and let everybody watch you. They can look at your butthole for $3. We've cashed in our values, like every one of us, but yet we want to be so morality and high horse, right? You're a saint, right? Okay, gotcha. And I've been called an ain't once in my life, just once. And it's only going to be once because I worked my ass off for it. I really do the due diligence. I really can be loyal in relationships. I really can choose one woman. I have done it in the past. I've even done it on this island. I've seen this movie before. Judge not. Do your research. Go back 2 years, 3 years. Go watch when I talked about being a narcissist and how I peeled back the layers of like, do I use people? Am I giving back? And then my fucking spiritual mentor, Terry Prince, love his ass, said, narcissists don't feed the homeless, Mark. Like, for sure. That thing ain't gonna happen, especially for 10 years straight. And I love doing it. And I was my give back. I was homeless too. And narcissists aren't gonna say things about themselves either. Like, I want you to see me less than I am. Dude, look back when I was fat. Go back when I had this all stacked. I was out to here, bro. I was out to here out of control eating my emotions. Have you ever ate your emotions? Are you real with yourself enough to say that shit? Are you real enough to talk about your relationships on live and how women have killed your babies and that you've been in prison and that you fucking been homeless? I'm sure your show's just about that. Yeah, sure. Go start your own show, bro. Actually, every morning you have started your own show, bro. I'm just the only one going live, but everyone has to wake up, and you're going to wake up in your own life, and you're not going to have my muscles. You're not going to have my mind. You're only going to have the research that you've done, and only those books that you've read, and and only the people that you want to have around in your life. So look around, look quick, look fast, move, boy, move, because it's happening. This is your life, and this is mine. So this is my life, homie. You decide yours, and that's it. This is my life. You decide yours, and you decide yours every morning. The rhythm of it, your attitude of it. You can try to put it on other people. You get to select all those people too. By the way, you're the top five most people hanging around with. Is your top five most results, and that's why I started picking Google employees and crypto professionals and people that were real friends to me and really lent me money and really helped me when I was in a pinch versus the ones that were using me for sushi or had no self confidence. This is my life, homie. You decide yours. Yes, West. Go decide yours. I hope you decide well, and I hope you make all the right decisions. Judge me not, judge not yourself. The only thing you should be judging is your decisions, and the only thing that's going to judge it is your results, and that's what we're all getting. So I'm out this bitch. Have a blessed day. Peace. Ciao. Belo. Beijos.